I've completely lost my voice. My voice is gone. My voice is gone. We did it. Manchester United 4, Liverpool 3. Come on. Believe, believe, believe. That's what we need to do. All of those people that when we were saying in the build-up to the game, Man United can win this game. We can win today. And all those people go, no, have you seen this team? Have you seen this manager? Have you seen these players? Have you seen this fight? They came back not once, 2-1 down, back to 2-2, then an extra time, 3-2 to make it 3-3, and then to win it as well. That is fight. That is belief. And as the thumbnail says, that is Man United. That is what you want. That's what we said. It's not really about the win. It's about the fight. It's about the grit. It's about the determination. And for a lot of the game in the second half, we didn't have that. We didn't. But we hung in there. We stayed. And, oh, my God. My God. So, yes, this is the full-time view where members can call in. They can have their say. If you do wish to become a member, you can do so. Links in the video description. It's also the pinned comment in the live chat. Or you can just click the join button. If you are a member and you do wish to call in and have your say, you can do so. Go to the AMAD YouTube channel. Go over to the community tab. And then for members only, you'll see a link. And you can call in. You can have your say. Those that do call in today, you're going to have to help me. Because honestly, I can't literally talk at the moment. My voice is croaking like I'm going through puberty all over again. But look, it's worth it. That's what being a fan's about. Today is the epitome of what is being a fan is about. That's football. That's what that is. Okay? It's an emotional roller coaster. You put everything in for it. You sit there for 5 hours talking about it, going through the highs, going through the lows, getting angry at the referee, getting angry at Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, watching his smug face with his big chiclet veneers all over the place, laughing with 2 deflected goals. And we still come back. We still win. That's what football's about. That's Man United. That's the magic of the FA Cup as well. And those who are saying, oh, the FA Cup, that's what it is. It's still got something there. It's still got a pulse, just about. Absolutely. So, yes, if you do wish to call in, you can do so. If indeed you are a member, go to the United View YouTube channel and find that out. A couple of super chats as well. So one here says, AMAD sent off to break his fast. It's all planned. Look, AMAD getting sent off, it was a disgrace. And I tell you what, when it comes to AMAD, yeah, I've been first to say, don't put too much pressure on. Don't put, too high expectations. Don't hype him up because you'll only be disappointed. I'll hold my hands firmly up. They're up. They're up, brother. Okay, right now. I don't know if one game means you're wrong, but the guy came on, and we said that, and even people like Anthony as well. You get criticized. When you come on, you've got a moment, right? Make yourself a hero. Make yourself be part of the conversation. Make yourself be in the headlines. And that's what he did. That's what AMAD did. That's what Anthony did. AMAD, he won the ball back. And then also, he put it in the back of the net as well. Couldn't have done much more. Incredible. Just absolutely incredible. And now, the question is, how'd you get Marcus Rashford as well? Missed those 2 chances. They were offside both times. So when it mattered, he put it in the back of the net. Yeah, and it's about that. That's what it's about. And he did it. They all did it. They all did it. Oh, incredible. What a game. Thabo says, happy for the players, worried about the manager. We abandoned his tactics and won. I don't even think it's about that at this point. When it's in extra time and you're throwing people forward and people have got injuries, Bruno's at centre-back, Anthony's at left-back, tactics went a long time ago. I wasn't necessarily abandoning his tactics that won us the game. It was the Man United, Old Trafford noise, momentum. That's what won us the game. It's football heritage almost won us the game, really. That's what it was. I don't even think it's anything to do with, should we focus on the manager or anything like that? No, it's about just, again, it's Man United. Abdul with the super chat, appreciate the contribution. And big up Connor as well. Connor's a new member, but he's not really. It's a lie. He's always been a member. Let's go to our first call. Let's start off with Chalaboy Comics. Chalaboy Comics, you're always very positive, my friend.
Oh, my goodness.
Positivity shine through. Talk to me. How are you feeling?
Owen, I feel great. And I just want to say thank you to the whole of Manchester United for giving me this feeling, giving us this feeling, because this is what dreams are made of. I am elated, and everybody stepped up in their own way. contributed, and yeah, I'm lost for words because that was vintage. That was vintage. 7 goal thriller. 7 goal thriller hug, maybe, you know? I don't know.
Yeah,
Ah,
exactly. Talk to me about AMAD then, because we've had conversations about him. People have been talking about him. Did he give the manager something? Well, he can't play the next game because he's suspended now. But has he changed the course of his United future? Do you think?
he did his job. He did his job. You know, the manager brought him on and said, "Hey, contribute, contribute. You're meant to stay ready at Manchester United. You can't be sulking. You can't be like, oh, why? Woe is me." You're on the bench. You come on and you do your job. And he did his job. And I'm so proud of him. I think he's going to be, considered a little bit more because these sort of performances win you, credit with the manager. But at the same time, someone who we've been criticizing for how much we played instead, scored the equalizing goal and gave us that initial hope in Anthony. So, I'm just happy that every single person stepped up today. I want to shout out Rashford for, I'm glad he missed that chance not because in the moment I was glad because I was
Yeah.
so broken, but I'm glad because it forced him to show resolve, and he did just that. He kept going, and yeah, just props to him. I think at this point, my initial feeling is this is a reset point for us, the fans, and United, the team, the players. We have to say right now, you guys have paid your debt for all the sins of the season by beating Liverpool in the FA Cup in a must-win game. You've repaid that, and now we have to repay you guys with full support to go on this last charge. And the main thing is that they can't let that performance drop below that because every game has to be met with this ferocity. We dominated the first 35 minutes. We fell away in the middle, but we showed resilience. This is the Manchester United way, and I am elated beyond belief.
Yeah, and also to your point, we didn't necessarily beat them because of like quality. We beat them just because we just fought. Like for that second half, we got dominated. Anthony comes on, somehow gets a goal. And again, you look at all the goal scorers today, they're all people that have been criticized. McTominay, yes. Anthony, Rashford, AMAD for not playing. They've all been points of contention. Yeah. And we've somehow done it. I can't believe it.
Points of contention, that is true, but also general contributors to our wins and Scott McTominay and Rashford. They do score, big goals. But yes, no, I think that was they owed some of them owed us stuff. Anthony owed us a performance. Rashford keeps needing to owe us a performance. But like I said, this is the reset point. But I want to push back a little bit. I think we showed real good quality in the first 30 minutes of that game. Like Liverpool had no answer to us. And as we started getting more fatigued, as we weren't putting our chances, we sort of lost our way. So it could have gotten ugly, let's put it that way, in the middle of the game. There was a point in time where we just couldn't get the ball. But credit to Ten Hag, sure, it's not like the vintage tactics of moving this, but he brought on the right players, gave them the right instructions, and those substitutes contributed to our win. So I think we adjusted well. And I think a lot of that also has to do with having some quality players back. We brought on Mount from the bench. We brought on Maguire. These are players that weren't available to us in the past, where the drop-off would have been way more significant if, say, we brought on Forson or something like that. So I just want to say that when we have our squad, it's positive. We should just push. And, credit to the whole team, credit to Ten Hag. It was so great to see Alex Ferguson smile. This is amazing.
Yeah, what do you think it does for Ten Hag? Ineos, they're watching some of the performances recently. They'll go, that's not Man United. Today, you go, that is Man United. Do you think it does change some minds? Have minds already been made? Do you think it's going to be a turning point for him?
I think he has to use it as a turning point. And I think with any Manchester United manager, your sort of trajectory and pressure can change based on the Liverpool United game. That is such an important one to our history. And the fact that I guess the positive of this performance shows that the players are still fighting for Ten Hag. Now, maybe they also fighting for their own personal pride at Old Trafford. That is true, but they didn't give up. And I think he has buy-in. But what I did notice about our team is that in that period where we were struggling, there were very few people who wanted to demand the ball off like the other players. Kobe Mainoo was one, Della was another, and Bruno was another. But the rest of them were sort of, and Onana was also there, was sort of just like drifting to the point where we had players shouting, get open for us, right? But as the confidence grew, as Old Trafford instilled confidence, which is why I'm so happy this was a home game, they started demanding the ball more. Lindelof started carrying more responsibility. Ericsson started carrying more responsibility. So that whole, what we need to do, I think Ineos has to owe us a plan in the sense of what team are you going to put around Ten Hag or whatever manager you choose, because you have to have players who want the ball all the time. But I think in terms of Ten Hag's future, this is definitely a lifeline. And if we can rebound, put a good run to close out the season, I'm sure he will be reconsidered if he's already been doubted.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, a lot's gone our way this week, Chatterboy Comics, man.
Oh,
A lot's gone our way, even today,
oh,
yesterday, Thursday, obviously the match as well today. So,
right.
hey, believe. You got to always believe.
Believe,
That's what it's all
believe.
about, believe. Big up, Chatterboy Comics. Appreciate you as always. A couple of super chats. I tell you what, I ain't getting through this show. My voice is going. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a big ask. Kelly says, like it or not, no manager that's been under pressure for United has had his players truly fight for them as they did for Ten Hag today. I actually want him to get a chance next season. Abdul says Flex needs to be shameless on DR. AGT needs to hold. Oh, honestly, AGT, you know what I mean, with his voice, I don't mind, 5 or 6 or maybe 7's going to be cool. No, okay. I mean, where would they remember when we you're celebrating 0-0? You celebrate 0-0. How dare you celebrate 0-0? Well, how dare you go to Old Trafford and bottle a lead twice, yeah, in the second half and in extra time as well. It didn't even need penalties in the end. So get out of it, man. Abdul also says Anthony is left back. Hear me out. Look, I said it during the match view. I'll say it time and time again, yeah. Anthony was up for it today. He was up for it continuously. And I hope that's a turning point for him as well. Let's go to another call. Let's go to Sean. Sean, you're a big believer. You're a positive guy today. Is the positivity flowing through you? How are you feeling?
I have no words. Oh my God, what a game. My dad was in tears at full time. I've not seen my dad like that in so long. And he couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Our eyes were glazed. It was a special moment, Owen. And I think, like, I was talking with him as well. Like, we used to go to Old Trafford back in the day, and he was just like, "Can you imagine if we were at Old Trafford doing this?" It was special. Look, obviously, the game was scrappy. That we had portions where we controlled it, where Liverpool controlled it. But this is a big, big win. Do not get this wrong, even though it is in the FA Cup. And I just heard that we got Coventry in the semis.
Yeah.
This is a huge win. This can potentially be turning point. I know we've said that many times this season, but this can really be a turning point because some players who turned up today might just have rewritten their future destiny.
Yeah, and he's one of those AMAD.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think, look, I've been a big fan of him. Even when he was in Atalanta, he was really good. Rangers, Sunderland, good spells. I wasn't agreeing with a lot of people when they said that our Ten Hag doesn't favor AMAD or anything like that. I just think he was waiting for him to get the chance that he deserved. What I do love about him, and I think he's the only one of our wingers, maybe Garnacho does a little bit, is that he holds up the ball so well. He's good on the ball. He takes care of the ball. He doesn't make rash decisions. He's calmer on the ball, and he's younger than all of our other wingers. So I'm very happy for him, of course. I just hope this is a springboard for him as well. I know there's talk of us getting Olise in the summer, but if Ahmad and Anthony do continue on this route, maybe we should invest our money elsewhere. Again, this might be knee jerk, but I don't care tonight. We should
Yeah,
all be
you can.
knee-jerk.
I think if there was ever a night to be knee jerk, it would probably be this evening, wouldn't it? What about Rashford as well? Missed those 2 chances. Both of them were probably offside. But when the time came, he took it at the Stretford end, points to the head. I mean, we could say this about any player today, but is that going to be a springboard for him, do you think, as well?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I think we've seen too many glimpses, and they've just been glimpses of Rashford. For example, in the game, I noticed 2 or 3 situations where he let go of the ball. He wasn't holding the ball up. I remember what Pep Guardiola said about our attackers, and he was just like, well, I think he was mentioning about Inter Milan, and he was just like, well, players there can hold up the ball, but players like Rashford, they can't keep the ball. And that cost us a bit, and that could have cost us more. I'm not talking about the missed chances. Yes, you're right, they probably were offside. But there were many situations where just holding up his hand just like that, not tracking back. I don't like that from a senior player. And he is a senior player. Don't get me wrong. He's not one of the youth prospects anymore. He's a senior player and he should behave like that. Well taken goal, obviously. But I don't know about Rashford Owen, honestly. I'm still split on him. A part of me still thinks that he can become a Manchester United great is a big word, but a part of me still just believes that maybe he should just need a fresh start to his career. I think Paul Linz was mentioning that this week, that when he went to Inter, it was a turning point for him. Maybe Rashford should do the same. Again, happy for the goal, but his overall play was not good. I mean, obviously his energy was good. He kept going to the last minute, but there were so many aspects of his play that I was not happy with. And if we are to progress in the long term, he needs to come up with these moments more and more and more. I hope it is a turning point, but honestly, with Rashford, I just don't know anymore.
And turning points as well. Finally, Erik ten Hag is a turning point for him. Is this going to be a catalyst for him? Could this be that moment that sometimes people point to in managers' careers where they go, "That was the day. Actually, that was the day that saved his job." Could this be the moment that possibly saves or secures his future?
I think so. I know a lot of people, including me, and I was looking at the match. I think you and Casey as well were a bit baffled by substitutes. I think all of us were. But the way he made those subs, and he made Eriksen play a bit of a quarterback role, and him and Bruno were alternating. And then you had Maguire coming up front. But I don't think ever since Anthony came on, ever since the fag end of the game, we weren't looking that much under pressure by Liverpool. Obviously, we had some counters, but they were 2v3 and all of that. But those changes that he made, now these are the marks of a truly talented manager. When you know that the game is against you, the players on the opposing team are probably better in better form, the team is in better form. When you make those crunch decisions and they do save the game, there's a conversation to be had. And as you know, I've been a big proponent of Erik ten Hag staying at the job. I think David Ornstein also said that there's little chance that he moves. I think this solidifies it even more. And based on the result we had today with Villa and then Spurs yesterday, I think there is a chance. There is more than a chance. If we can get to the final of the FA Cup, I don't know whether we'll win it. That's for another day. But if we can get closer to the top five, if I don't think top four is a possibility, but top five as well, then yes, he is probably going to stay. And I do want him to stay because I feel like him under the new structure with the players coming back. I think Mason Mount obviously came back today. Leisha and all, when they come back and we get the proper signings, I do believe that there is something to be had here. There is a fire that's brewing in the heart of Manchester, not Stockport County. I mean the real Manchester. And it's about time we stood up and counted ourselves. And I think Erik ten Hag has done himself a huge favor today. And long may it continue, and it does bode well for the future. But tonight is to celebrate. And just before I go on, just one more thing. I think today exemplifies why we support this great football club. We've been through so much, so many problems, so many issues. We've cried, laughed, whatever. But this football club never gives up. This football club never dies. It's in the fabrics, it's in the soul of this club. And we just saw that today. Till hell freezes over.
Exactly. Big up, Sean. That's what we all needed. Okay, I'm still feeling it. I'm still pumped up as well. My voice is still going. West gone. It never started this dream. Abdul also says it's in the fabric of this football club. It's in the soul of this football club. It's basically what Sean said. United never ever give up. Felt good to see this for the first time this season. Yes. Oh, incredible, incroyable. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm going to go to the Mancuer. Now, who knows what he's got planned? He's an odd guy. He's got a picture. Mancuer, explain.
We have to laugh at Stevie Nichols. This has been his expression for the past hour. That's really
Look at his face. Look at him as well. He
Look
looks
at
like a
this
cherry
loser.
tomato.
Yeah. So, AGT, Jurgen Klopp, Steve Nicol, all of you haters, go away, you losers. This is our time. The time is now. Any Liverpool fan, you're getting a chair. This is what we're doing.
A chair. Now, what kind of chair was that?
It was a foam chair.
I thought. You're getting a chair. It's made out of foam. I mean, the damage is inconsequential, really, isn't it? I mean, I knew it. I said I took a risk. A foam chair. Foam.
It's what I had on hand. I don't know.
You had a ladder on KG Street, man. Coming in foam. A foam chair. Unbelievable. Would Graham Souness even go down to a foam chair? Would he?
If you hit them hard enough, yes, yes. Look, after the last stream, we needed to implement some safety protocols in the Mancuer household.
It's
So
true. This is true.
thank
Right in the
you.
Mancuer cave is what it is in his lair. They needed to. I tell you what is bad, Mancuer. They needed to like baby proof it. They needed any sharp edges. They had to put things over it. They've had to close off the socket so you don't electrocute yourself. I mean, Mancuer, you've been nullified. You've been nullified. Is the bed fine though?
It's ish. Yes, yes. I did break one slat, but it was fixed. So yeah, Mrs. Mancuer was okay with it, but that's why I was trying to see what I could use without breaking more furniture.
And you went with foam.
And this is why, yeah, I had to be foam.
I know every time. I know when I pick him. I'm morbidly curious every time. I wonder what's he going to bring. I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort. It's terrific. We got over 800 people watching. We're less than 300 likes. If you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. You know what to do. If that's not worth a like, I don't know what is. Mancuer, our resident superhero of the Manchester United community. Let's go to another call. Let's go to Connor. Connor, I don't know if you've got a foam chair to maybe use or anything like that.
I've got a real one. I'll use this one.
Don't break it. Don't break it. We've had
No.
Don't break it.
No,
Talk to me about the game. How you feeling though? How you feeling?
Owen, a few months ago, we went to Anfield and got a draw.
Yes.
Now playing at Old Trafford, I feel like there was only one team on the pitch that really wanted to win. There was only one team that showed up that wanted to go and win the game today. And a certain Van Disney just wasn't a part of that team.
No.
I mean, he was a part of the
referee
team.
tried it. The referee tried it.
You mean the 12th man?
Yes. Yes.
The 12th man. Like, they tried to take a free kick in our half when they won the ball in their half, but AMAD still gets booked for telling the referee he's not doing his job right. We won't question that,
Yeah.
But
and that's when McAllister as well kicked Maguire. He's already on a booking as well.
Not just a kick. He kicked in near his throat. Maguire's 6'4". How high does his leg have to be to get towards Maguire's throat? Not looked at though.
No.
Oof. The Scousers did get knocked out. I'm just going to quickly turn my camera off. Here's a live scene of Jurgen Klopp's face, if we could make him bigger quickly.
There you go.
Here's Jurgen Klopp. He's on the touchline. He's just seen AMAD Diallo, a player he's never heard of, scored a winner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bit upset that we had to pop the tyres on Klopp's farewell tour bus, the popped. It's broken down. Ooh, what else has happened to his bottle? He won the Carabao Cup versus Chelsea.
Yeah.
Well done to him, That's what could we say? Well done. But on to the positives. Dallo was amazing.
Yes.
Dallo today, amazing. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, amazing. The entire team today, like a bar a few players. So there's a bug trying to attack me like I'm John Morgan.
This happens a lot on these shows.
It does.
Yeah.
The targeted attacks.
Yeah.
But no, I have to say, when Klopp played a few weeks ago with kids, it was talked about for weeks. Eric Ten Hag played a back three of Antony, Bruno, and Maguire. Dallo was at the wing.
Yeah.
And he still won the game. Tactical genius. Can we talk about this tactical genius? Like, we've been saying he has no tactics. He's just not been letting anyone. He's just been giving them time. Last season, he got top 4 and he won a trophy. Thought, this is too easy. I'll take a season off. That's all he's done.
Yeah. Oh, and also Anthony. Look, we've all criticised him. He still has only scored 2 goals this season, both in the FA Cup. But he came on today, and
I'm
going to say something.
I'm going to say something here now. You can't zim me for the similarities of the matter. Now, I'm not saying he's good enough as the player I'm going to mention. I'm not saying he's on the same level. I'm saying he's still not good enough for United. However, if you remember in the 99 season, Giggs wasn't on the best of form throughout the entire thing. Leave it. But he did get important goals when it mattered. When it mattered, he got an important goal when it mattered. But from my perspective, get rid of Antony. No, get rid of him. Great goal, get rid of him still.
On the Full View the other day, Marcel was arguing with him about Antony, and he said he scored goals in big games. And I went, what games? He went Barcelona. I went, fair enough. He went Man City. I went, don't even start it. because we were 4-1 down, 4-0 down at the time. But today, that was another big game, an equaliser.
game.
I'll give
Yeah.
him that. I will
I'll
give him that. He was up for that.
give him his credit where he's due. But
Yes.
we also have to go on Onana
Yeah.
today. I was speaking to someone and I was like, I'm not even going to say what I was going to say. I'm not even going to jinx it because I don't want. It was like the 105th minute or something. I didn't want to even say he's had a good game because I was waiting till full time because he's been decent. Who can you really say is our man of the match today? Because we're all decent in my mind.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you could, like you said, you can go through the team. You could say, obviously, people will go towards AMAD. You could say, to be fair, you could say like a Garnacho. He didn't stop the whole game.
Garnacho, 120 minutes.
He
was running.
Yeah.
The only time I ever saw him running backwards was when we were winning.
Yeah, exactly. You could say Garnacho. You could say Rashford because for the goal, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You could say even Anthony.
McTominay goal and assist.
McTominay goal should have got another one as well, like you said, and an assist.
Bro.
You could say, obviously, as you mentioned, Dalot. You could say Onana. You could say anyone, couldn't you? You really could.
No, do you know what? Can I give 3 players that have got man of the match?
Go ahead.
I want to give it to Manchester United's back 3 of Anthony at left centre back, Harry Maguire at centre back, and Bruno Fernandes at right centre back. Oh. That's our back 3, and they're my men of the match. Our defence.
With Bruno, it's an interesting one as well, isn't it? Because for a lot of the game, he was being Bruno Fernandes, we've seen this season, which is frustrating. What you're doing, I'm not sure, but
he did look okay in bits.
Yeah, but then it was almost like once he got hurt and he was like, I've got to just give everything I can. He then started to settle and he actually started to play a bit better. And to be fair, when you're talking about captain's performance, leaving it all on the pitch, fighting through injury, going centre back, you can't. I mean,
you can't.
That's what you want for the captain, isn't it?
No, I have to say that though. Also, McTominay towards the end of the match, he got injured. He still stayed on and he still went for it. Every player on that pitch today gave 110%, no matter what. And I don't think any one of them players, if we were to got knocked out in that match, could have gone into that tunnel with their heads down because they all played immensely. But all I have to say is Jurgen Klopp. You can go back to Germany. You can get a nice house in Liverpool. It will get robbed. Don't worry about that. If you get a house in Liverpool, it will get robbed. But enjoy your retirement because you're not doing anything again. That's my final message.
Not doing anything again. That's Connor's final message. There you go. Boom. There you go. Final message. Not doing anything again. Says Connor. How many likes are we on at the moment as well? We've got over 800 people watching. We're at 284 likes, by the way. So if you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe. I don't know how much longer my voice can hold up on this. Oh, it's unbelievable. Connor says I have been drinking. So that's not... It did come across like that, so that's good. Yeah. Chalaboy Comics with the super chat as well says Onana's command of the box was immense. Dalot showed personality, natural energizer. Anthony giving us hope. Rashi comeback. And Wan-Bissaka first start in ages, bossing it. Old Trafford, theatre of dreams. I can even hear it in his voice I can read that. I can hear the positivity. It was a build-up. Is what it was. It was a build-up, absolutely. Let's see what people in the chat are actually saying as well. What we got here. MA says Connor spotted about Klopp's house getting robbed. Well, probably shouldn't have a doubt. Mike says absolutely over the moon. There are no negatives. What else have people got here? I can see Joe Blackman's in the chat. Big up to you, one of our mods, long-time members as well. Jonathan's one of our members says Owen Gareth Bale was rubbish when he was first at Tottenham. Anthony, I mean, the chat's going crazy now. We're getting comparisons Gareth Bale between Anthony. Look, you know what it is, with players, and it's so cliche, but it is true. Like all of the negativity and all of the things people say about players, if you play well and you deliver on the pitch, people shut up pretty quick, don't they? People will be quiet. You know, when it comes to even someone like Harry Maguire this season, right? We have seen with him that, there's a general consensus. He needs to go, at the end of the season. He should have gone last summer. Cool. But the scrutiny of him in the team isn't as bad as it was this time last year. Because in fairness to him, when he has been playing, he's been doing all right. Today, Anthony, if he did that every game, I'm not saying you have to score every game, but if he did that every game, people can tell you what, fair enough. If it was Rashford, look, I know Rashford missed 2 big chances. Like I said, they're offside. But when it mattered, he delivered. People will be quiet. And it is something interesting, isn't it, that all of the goal scorers are people that have had criticism or scrutiny for a variety of different reasons. Whether it's McTominay, why is he in the team? That's why he's in the team. Whether it's Anthony, why is he bringing on Anthony? I didn't really get that at the time. Oh, I can't believe he's bringing on Anthony. Well, who else we got to bring on? We got no one on the bench. Brings him on, scores a goal. There you go. Rashford, I can't believe he's moving Rashford into the middle of the pitch. He scored, and it could have had more if he was onside. And then AMAD, why is he not giving AMAD minutes? Gives AMAD minutes. Boom. There you go. And that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about showing up. That's what Man United's all about as well. It's unbelievable. I tell you what, guys, I don't know if my voice can handle it. We'll keep going. We'll keep trying. Let's go to another call. Let's go to that fella. How are you feeling about what you saw? Stand in silence. There's always one. In every full-time view, there is usually always one with the silence. But maybe like me, he's lost his voice. Maybe like me, that's what it's like. Just the voice is gone. That's it. Done. Finished. King of the Indies says KG was spot on. You have to give him credit. Look, KG was spot on. Flex was spot on. I think, and because I remember, what was Flex's thing on his road trip earlier on? We will beat them or we won't lose. And KG, all the way through the stream, KG was saying, just keep going, keep believing. A chance will come. A chance will come. And it's true. It's true. You did feel that watching it. I mean, maybe in the second half with the sort of the way the passing was going, Liverpool passing us to death. But that's Man United. That's what happened. And now, we don't want to get too far ahead because, we got Coventry in the semi-final. I know people are Coventry Championship. As we have seen this weekend, as we have seen in the FA Cup with Coventry's game against Wolves, as we saw in today's game against Liverpool, anything can happen. Anything can happen. And maybe it should serve as a bit of a reminder, that if you sometimes with football, there's nothing rational behind it. There's nothing, statistical. People can point to stats all they want, and they can point to XG and percentage chance of winning and this and that and the other. Yeah, people can point to it all, but sometimes it's just here, isn't it? Sometimes it's just here. Just got to tell you what, I've got a feeling that today we're going to do it. Why? Look at the recent form. What would make you say that? I don't know. I just feel that that's what's going to happen. I believe that's what it's about. And that's it. As KG says, yes. KG's going to be live on his channel. I don't know when, by the way. If he sets up his stream now, I can send you all there. If he sets it up, I don't know if he has set it up yet. I can't see it. So maybe he hasn't. But whilst he has a few minutes to set that up, I'll read this next super chat as well. I've got a couple here. No, I've got one. There you go. MAK says, Bruno was amazing today. Him at centre-back and Maguire at 10 was crazy, but it worked so well. Erik ten Hag's tactics kept us in the game and his subs won it. That was the interesting thing too, wasn't it? With his with tactics. People were talking about tactics and they were talking about oh, I can't believe his setup's this way. I can't believe his setup's that way. Why is he doing this? Why is he making these substitutions? But when you get late into the game like that, when it turns into just throwing people forward, then you don't really talk about shape anymore, do you? You don't talk about you don't talk about shape. You don't talk about positions or anything. You just try and get the ball in the box. That's what you do. Timothy says, boring. Where's Flex and KG? Flex is at the game, and there'll be fan views outside the stadium. KG is just about to go live on his channel. It's fine, Timothy. It's okay. We're all part of this. They're together. It's cool. You don't have to watch it. No one's grabbing your head going, watch, Timothy. Watch. You've got to watch this. It's okay. You please watch. On your head, but I don't want to like that. Oh yes. And JK says Klopp is crying in his car. Yes. And Keegan also says KG better bring that fire. My wife is a Liverpool fan. Yeah. I'm trying to stretch because I'm trying to redirect you so you can all go to KG's channel, but he hasn't set his thing up yet. So, I don't know what else to do. Craig says, he's been a member for 4 months. Appreciate you, Craig. Says, believe. What do you mean boring? This man has been here through the rubbish games. Why is he no longer worthy? Klopp is crying. He's crying. And look, for all of that talk about the quadruple and Klopp's, going out on tour and all this stuff, well, it's not going to win the FA Cup, is he? Not going to win the FA Cup. That's not going to happen. Let me refresh this because KG says he set it up. This is going to be a smooth transition, yeah? Very, very smooth transition. You will never see anything of the like. Although sometimes, I think YouTube's a bit weird, isn't it? Because sometimes you try the redirect and it doesn't actually work. But you never know. You never know. There you go. Boom. That'll be that redirect is done. So anyway, guys, look, that's the full-time view from me. My voice is gone, as you can hear. I need to now, I don't know. What's a good thing for losing your voice? Is it like water? Is it like lemon or something? I don't know. But that's what I need to do because I've been screaming for 5 hours. But yes, go check out KG. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to go find his channel or anything. You'll be redirected to his channel or something will pop up in the chat saying, go here. So you can go do that. He's going to be live. You can call in, be part of the Reckless delegation, all that fun stuff. You know what to do. So there's 715 of you here. First of all, click the like button on the way out. And there should be 715 of you over to KG as well. Anyway, guys, have a good one. I'm out of here. Come on, believe.